Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're diving into the world of a Cancer zodiac sign today. But you don't have to be obsessed with horoscopes to find this interesting. We're going way beyond just like those basic sun sign descriptions you hear all the time.
Yeah, exactly. We're really going to dig deep into like all those nuances of what makes a Cancer a Cancer. We'll explore, the how and the why behind those well-known Cancer traits.
Love it. We've got some great expert insights to guide us as we unpack what makes Cancers tick, from their strengths to those like classic Cancerian moods. Are you ready to dive in?
Absolutely. Let's do it. But keep in mind, while we'll be exploring some key insights about this sign, individual experiences can vary. Astrology is complex.
True, true. All right, let's kick things off with the element of Cancer, which is water. So Cancer is in good company with Scorpio and Pisces, is that right?
That's right. Yep.
What does being a water sign actually tell us about a Cancer's like overall vibe?
Okay, so think of it this way. Water, right? Water can be this like really tranquil lake one minute, and then the next it's a raging storm.
I like that.
And that duality right there, that's central to understanding Cancers. Their emotional depth makes them incredibly empathetic, but it also leaves them, susceptible to from pretty intense mood swings.
So those emotional waters can run deep, but they can also get, as you said, a little choppy.
Yes.
And didn't I hear somewhere that Cancers are ruled by the moon? What's the significance of that?
Yes.
Does that explain the mood swings?
The moon's influence is really key to understanding a Cancer's cyclical nature. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, so do the emotions of a Cancer. They experience a really similar kind of ebb and flow of feelings.
Oh, wow. That's actually a really vivid way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like their inner world is always shifting, kind of like the tides.
Exactly.
No wonder they can be so hard to predict.
Exactly. And that actually ties into some of those seemingly contradictory traits we often see in Cancers.
Okay.
Like they can be fiercely loyal, but also prone to, manipulation.
Yeah. How does that work?
Right. It all really stems from their protective instincts. Imagine, like, a crab fiercely guarding its home. That's kind of the energy we're talking about here. It's not always intentional or malicious. It's about protecting themselves and the people they love.
Okay. So it's that same like deep well of emotion that fuels both the loyalty and well, let's just call it strategic maneuvering.
Exactly.
So it's like these pairings kind of offer different flavors of that security that we know is so important for Cancers.
Yeah, exactly. You hit it right on the head. And it's fascinating how these compatibility dynamics can actually play out in different ways, depending on whether we're talking about a Cancer man versus a Cancer woman.
Oh, interesting.
Our sources touched on some interesting distinctions there.
Okay, let's get into it. What makes a Cancer man tick, according to like the stars?
Okay, so picture this. You've got this Cancer man, and he is totally smitten, okay? But he is also hesitant to make the first move.
Okay.
They can sometimes seem aloof, but it's often a mask for their shyness. They really need to feel secure before they're willing to kind of let their guard down.
So they're secretly crafting love sonnets in their shell, just waiting for like a sign.
Yeah.
That's kind of endearing.
Exactly. And once they do feel safe, they become like the most loving and supportive partners you can imagine. They're homebodies at heart who just really cherish that quality time with their loved ones.
Yeah, no, that definitely tracks with some Cancer men that I know. What about Cancer woman? What makes her unique in the zodiac?
Okay, so if we thought Cancer men felt things deeply, Cancer women take it to a whole other level.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They are so incredibly intuitive. They often sense emotions before they're even, like, spoken out loud.
Oh, wow. So they're like walking, talking empathy machines.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And while this makes them incredible friends and partners, it also means they're extra cautious in love, They don't jump into anything lightly.
Guarding their hearts like precious pearls.
Yes, exactly. But don't mistake that caution for a fear of commitment. Because once a Cancer woman finds a partner who's in it for the long haul, they are all in. Loyalty and emotional honesty are non-negotiable for them.
Sounds like a recipe for a really deep and meaningful connection. So for both Cancer men and women, emotional security is really the name of the game.
Absolutely. It's essential. They need a partner who truly understands their emotional depths and appreciates their need for that safe haven, that secure base.
Like they're offering a key to their inner sanctum.
Yes.
A place where vulnerability is not only accepted, but like cherished.
Exactly. And that brings us to this often overlooked aspect of the Cancer personality. their connection to the mystical and the mysterious. Remember how you mentioned werewolves earlier?
How could I forget?
I feel like there's a connection there.
Okay, I'm sensing it.
Because Cancers are known for their really vivid imaginations and that deep connection to their emotions, which can sometimes draw them to creative pursuits or spirituality. They're often drawn to art, music, writing, anything that allows them to kind of express their inner world.
It's like their emotions become a source of inspiration, like a wellspring of creativity.
Exactly. And that sensitivity also makes them incredibly compassionate and empathetic friends. They're the ones who will always offer a shoulder to cry on and a listening ear without judgment.
They're like human empathy sponges,
Yes.
always there to just soak up your emotional overflow.
That's a great way to put it. But don't let their gentle nature fool you, because Cancers are also incredibly tenacious. When they set their mind to something, they are unstoppable.
Wait, so we're talking about sensitive souls who are also like go-getters.
Yes.
How does that work?
Think of it this way. They're fueled by their emotions. Whether it's a personal goal or fighting for a cause, they really believe in that deep well of feeling that they have gives them incredible drive and resilience.
It's like they're channeling the power of the ocean.
Yeah.
Unstoppable force meets those like deep emotional currents.
Exactly. And you know what? That brings us back to the symbol for Cancer, the crab.
Okay.
Our source mentioned how a crab's hard exterior and soft underbelly actually perfectly illustrates the Cancer personality. What do you think about that?
Oh, I love that. It's like a walking, talking metaphor for their whole vibe. I love it. It clicks perfectly. Like on the surface, you've got that tough exterior, that hard shell protecting their, like, sensitive inner world.
Right.
But once you've actually earned their trust and they let you in, you discover that soft underbelly. Their incredible capacity for love, empathy, nurturing.
Yeah. And it's a good reminder that appearances can definitely be deceiving.
Totally.
And getting to know a Cancer really is like discovering this hidden treasure.
Yes.
You got to be patient. You got to earn your way past those defenses.
100%.
Right.
So to wrap things up for our listeners, what did you say is the key takeaway here? What's the one thing you really hope people remember about Cancers?
I'd say remember that beneath that, sometimes crabby exterior, there is truly a heart of gold. Don't let those first impressions fool you. Cancers are complex. They're multifaceted individuals. They really defy, easy categorization. They're the walking embodiment of emotional depth, intuitive understanding, and unwavering loyalty.
It's like you're saying, don't judge a crab by its shell.
There you go.
I love it.
And if you're lucky enough to have a Cancer in your life, cherish them. Embrace those quirks, appreciate their depths, and never, ever take their loyalty for granted.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of the Cancer zodiac sign. We explored their strengths, their complexities, everything in between.
And remember, whether you're a true believer in the zodiac or just along for the ride, there's something undeniably fascinating about using astrology as this lens to understand ourselves and the people around us, right?
Absolutely. Until next
Yeah.
time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep an eye out for those crabs.
You
They never
too.
know what hidden depths you might discover.